question for you about regime supporters, basically the remaining 3 and 5%. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Given that it's possible, it's theoretically possible, not probable, but it's possible that the regime puppet masters speaking on behalf of Mujtaba can replicate the basically control tactics that Khamenei used to sort of, keep the sides at war with each other, basically throwing the reformers under the bus, keeping a leash on the conservatives to basically get presumed benefits of negotiation without incurring the costs. But also, given that it's relatively clear that Mujtaba is not acting of his own free will, do you think that there could be any erosion of that support by just offering irrefutable proof that Mujtaba's not actually saying any of this? That basically this could hasten the internal conflict of the regime and bring the remaining supporters into sort of bloody conflict with each other.
That's exactly what I'm waiting for to happen because so right now, different parts of regime supporters and IRGC are saying Mujtaba said this and Mujtaba said that. And at some point, because if we have realized that Mujtaba is in a coma or can't speak or is not in charge, and the state media or different parts of IRGC are just claiming that he said that without actually having any evidence that he said that. If we're realizing that Mujtaba is just being used this way and they're putting words in his mouth, like we're not the only ones. Guess what? The regime supporters, as I showed you, they're not that retarded. Like some of them at least are not that retarded. They have figured this out as well. Like think about this. Like the fact that they came out and said that Mujtaba had made this command to accept the ceasefire, and the regime supporters are continuing to say death to the compromisers and fuck this shit, why are we doing the ceasefire? To me it suggests that, like, sure, like they're saying sure Mushtaba said that. They're either claiming that Mushtaba didn't say that, or they're claiming that fuck Mushtaba, I guess. I don't know which one they're saying, but they were saying one of these two, right? So at some point, I'm expecting some of these people to come out and like, well, can we see some evidence regarding Mushtaba making these claims? Like, how do we know that you're not making this stuff up yourself? Like, because again, remember, some of these people who are putting out the statements are already people who are not loved and even hated by some other parts of the regime supporters. So at some point, some of these people are going to be like, "You're just trying to shut us up by saying, well, Mushtaba said so,' and we need to actually see evidence for this." And I'm waiting for at some point for some of these people to publicly call this out, like call this shit out, and be like, "Show us the real like." Can the real Mujtaba stand up, please? Like, can we? I mean, if he has legs, at least. Can you actually? Can we see him? Can we see any video evidence? No, if you okay, he's like, oh, because right now the main excuse for why we're not actually seeing Mujtaba at all is that, oh, it's like, oh, this is how they get you. They come and say like, oh, this is part of the enemy's tactics. Like, oh, show us the real Mujtaba, like the real like evidence that he's alive. So as soon as we show that, they go boom, they kill him. Right? This is why we have to keep him hidden. But
Yeah.
that doesn't explain, like, why can't you just, I mean, if you're speaking with him, why can't you record his voice? Like, why can't you just record his voice and bring the recording? We don't need a live message from him. Like, why is there no audio recording of him? That's a safe thing to do. I mean, Qalibov does that. He's still alive. I don't know. So their excuses are not. They're not buying the excuses, and I think at some point this might actually make some people are going to speak out about this, especially if we keep moving towards talking about the enrichment of uranium and getting closer to what United States wants to see. The divisions might get so much that people are going to be like, "Where's this Mujtaba that you're speaking of?"
Yeah, that was kind of my point. I was thinking that as so-called negotiations progress, the more unacceptable the terms are, so like say the removal of the uranium or other monitoring issues on the ground, the more IRGC will basically fall back on the Mushtaba said so you have to obey, which will then spur more of the supporters to question, is he really saying that? It might expedite the collapse. So,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping, like what I'm waiting for to see. So hopefully
all
we'll
right.
see it soon. Yeah.
Thank you. Javi,
Thank you, Richard.
I'm
Great
your reply.
question.
Thank you.